Hey guys, today what I want to talk to you about is the dangers of the comparison trap. I think we've all done it. I'm sure you find yourself comparing yourselves to others. It's kind of a human nature thing. We always want to see where we fit in compared to other people. But sometimes a comparison trap can feel pretty icky, right? Like we look over there and we see, oh, well, so and so's got is further off in their career now, or they already are married and have kids now, and that's what I wanted. And we find it in the fitness field a lot where we want someone else's body and all their habits already. Like we see their bodies and we're like, whoa, I just want to look like that. And if I look like that, I'll be happy. And then what I think we forget when we're comparing ourselves to other people and things is that we forget maybe where that person is on their journey compared to where we're at right now. So if I'm comparing myself to someone who's been doing a certain task or behavior for 10 years longer than me, I'd expect them to be doing better at it, don't you? I mean, like they just have the years of experience and time they put in step by step. And that's where I got into trouble here recently, and I got myself injured by not remembering that point. So that's what I wanted to talk with you guys about today is that last year I got into the online business, creating my blogs, and I was never really on social media that much. You can ask a lot of my friends. I really didn't use Facebook that much. I wasn't on there shopping for things or looking for things. I just wasn't in the online space. And when I got into this online business, well, I started following other people who, like I respect and admire because they've built good online followings, or I just like their message and what they're putting out. Of course, I want to be a part of that. And, I started to follow people, of course, my coach, Jill Coleman, and some of people in her network like Jen Sinkler, Nagar, Molly from Girls Gone Strong, and some of their advisory members. And these women are amazing. I mean, they're doing amazing things. But man, are they strong too. Some of the girls in my Best of You coaching club, I'm like looking at some of their posts and seeing what kind of weights they're using in their workouts. And I'm like, man, I want to be strong like that too. And, me being me, like I was at a point where I've been maintaining my weight now for quite a while in a certain range. And so I needed a new goal to focus on with my workouts. Like I wanted to start getting stronger. I wanted to get more into, I'd been doing a lot of the metabolic conditioning, and I was ready to head towards doing a little bit more of the Olympic type lifting with like barbells and deadlifts and back squats. And, I was looking to some of these other women that they're doing this, and, they're pulling things like deadlifting 265 and overhead pressing 65 pounds or 35 pounds. I don't know, just, I'm just throwing numbers out there, cranking out pull-ups, and you're just like, yeah, I want to be there like now, when I wasn't doing that type of training before. So this is just, me being in the fitness field. Shame on me for not like following exact protocol, but we all do it. I just want you to know I'm just like anybody else out there. We see someone that's doing something that we want, and we want to get there quick. We want the shortcuts. We want to know, how can I get there as fast as possible? And I want to tell you, that's your ego, and that's your ego that's going to get you into trouble. And it got me injured because what I started to do was not really follow a specific plan to get my weights in order. And so I started like a squatting program that like I just went too heavy for my first time in it. I neglected to do a little bit of my mobility work. And what probably was happening is I probably was already having a little bit of a back issue to begin with, and then loading myself progressively too much, just kind of finally my back was like, yeah, screw you, you're done, we're not taking anymore. And so I've been not pretty much injured for a couple of months with my back and not able to do hardly any strength work. Like I'm able to just do my range of motion and some light metabolic work, body weight exercises mainly. And I've really learned my lesson that it's great to use other people for an inspiration, but we have to see, where are we at in comparison to them in our journey? Do they have experience lifting that kind of weights for like 5 years more than you? Don't expect to be there yet. there's steps they took to get where they're at, and appreciate that and commend them because it's awesome. It's hard work and it's very commendable. But the best thing we can do on our journey is just put our head down and grind. Get the information we need to take the steps. Get a coach to help push us beyond our limits. But we need to do what we can do in the moment for ourselves safely. And one thing I've known from injuring my back is that I won't try to go fast again like that because it only hurt me in the end. And so if you're out there right now comparing yourself, to someone else who maybe, like, oh, well, if I could just do these, this diet, I could look like this fitness model, chances are like that person may have genetics behind them and they may have been maintaining their weight for like the last 10 years. That's a lot of time in the game when maybe you're just starting out and it's just like your first year. Don't expect to in the first year to be where someone who's been practicing what they're doing for 5 years. It's just not possible. But you can get there, one foot in front of the other, one step at a time. And I think what's best is to just really celebrate where you're at and where you're going. Definitely use other people for inspiration and for as a coach, but just honor the place you're at. Keep going strong, put your head down, focus, and grind. Get what you're doing, celebrate it, and hang in there because you'll get to where you want to be in the end. And right now, my back is starting to feel better finally. I'm not going to take that for granted again because I'm going to do my mobility work. I'm not going to skip on that. And I'm going to take those strength steps a little bit slower and in a little bit smaller increments so that I prevent this from happening. Because my goal really in the end is to stay as mobile and as energetic and as pain-free for as many years as possible because I want to keep moving. Anyways, if you have any questions, I'd love to hear anything you've felt by using the comparison trap and it's either gotten you hurt or made you not feel the best that you can do. Write the comments down below and I'd love to hear from you. See you next time.